happy to have you with us. Spring training baseball coming your way. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. First pitch coming at you right after the break.
Step back, get ready for the 1-2.
Just a little bit away from first pitch. On the mound for this one, Steven Matz. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
All right, ready to get underway. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
This one in the air center field. Carlson settles underneath it. Makes the catch. And there's one away.
Batting second, the designated hitter,
Jorge Soler up at the plate. Nice warm day here. Good baseball weather. Does that change anything, Chris, especially for the hitters?
Absolutely. You feel so much more comfortable at the plate. You're not worried about, getting jammed on fastballs inside part of the plate. You can kind of be more selective instead of just looking out away so that you can get the barrel to it. And that part, you can get on the inside part of the plate as well.
Struck him out swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
That is third.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Arias. The next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
And Boog, hitters can be a little less aggressive on hard stuff early in the season just because of how cold it is and not wanting to get a stinger. Now you think, oh, it's just a jam, it's shot, it's a broken bat, but sometimes guys get deep thumb bruises that can linger for a while. So, you just want to avoid that if you can, but at the end of an at-bat, you're just trying to battle no matter what.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Garrett.
And now it's Garrett Cooper up to hit. And a pitch. And a count 1-2. The guy that I've encountered that hates the cold weather the most, Mookie Betts. I mean, he grew up in Tennessee, so it's not exactly like balmy there. I mean, it gets a little chilly in Tennessee, but under 60 degrees, he will wear 2 sets of batting gloves, one on top of the other, and sometimes he'll wear not 1 set of thermals, but 2 sets of long johns over top one another.
Well, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Avisail Garcia up to the plate. At the belt and fires. Just misses with that one. The kick, the 3-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back here at the ballpark, today's starting pitcher, Trevor Rogers.
Well, most pitchers today are pretty tall, but this guy's definitely taller than most. He's kind of an imposing figure out there, especially when he's standing on top of the bump. It's like he's looking down on you, so hitters have to be prepared for a couple of things. Ball can get on you a lot quicker because of the extension and release point, and then also tilt through the zone. If you're going to try to hit pitches at the bottom of the zone, it's going to be difficult to get on plane. So look for something up from this guy. You might have a chance to do some damage.
The wind of the pitch. This one popped up, middle of the infield. Arise has it sized up and puts the squeeze on that. And there's one away.
Batting second, the second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
So up next, Brendan Donovan. The 1-1. Swings through that one.
One ball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Next offering is downstairs. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. And it's even up. And a pitch. Down the left field line, base hit. Donovan around second, headed for third. Coming home, and the tying runs at second base with a double. Across is the runner from first. It's 1-1.
Back-to-back base hits. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Man at second with one away. Here's Nolan Arenado, a guy who makes an impact not just at the plate but also in the field. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And here it comes. Wouldn't chase that time.
2 strikes.
Got him. 2 gone now.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
This is Dylan Carlson, a switch hitter batting right. Next pitch is outside. Kicks and deals. In for a strike. It's 2-2. Goldie at second with 2 down. Here's the 2-2. And that one almost got him. Three-two on the way. Caught him looking for the K. Cards on the board with this double. All even at 1 apiece. All set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, Gene Segura. Payoff pitch. Good job to fight that one off. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Got him looking. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Well, I'm not really sure why he let that one go by. I mean, out of the hand, it had a lot of the strike zone. Sure, it had some good arm side run at the end to move to the outside part of the plate. But with 2 strikes, you got to be ready to swing it there, and you can't leave it in the umpire's hands.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. The pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. around first, digging for 2. Around second now, going for 3. Cut off, throw to third. The tag, and he's out trying for 3.
Well, the defense definitely on the clock with that one. Everything had to be perfect to get the runner at third. And you talk about a throw on the money, the relay to third. Just a good job all the way around.
Here's the left fielder, Brian De La Cruz. The wind of the pitch. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Jacob Stallings now. Next pitch is downstairs. Tied up here in the early going. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. Marlins leave 1. Score remains deadlocked at 1.
Concentrate in my balance, give life a better chance. I'm too in.
Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Tyler O'Neill sends it out. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-1.
Well, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise.
Siggy, I hope you saw it because it didn't stay in the air for long.
No, it did, Boog. StatCast telling us 110 miles per hour off the bat, and that's plenty to hit one out if you get enough air under it. As a hitter, you hardly feel the ball when you make contact as solid as he did right there.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
And there's a rocket into the outfield.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Next offering misses, and a count 2-1. And a pitch. And a big swing and a miss.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front. Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he established that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Yeah, Fillmore, kind of, I don't know, you'd say maybe an umpire's umpire, but really consistent, very fair. Swing and a miss. Gassed it right by him. Juan Yepez next up for the Cardinals. The pitch. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
2 strikes.
The pitch. Next offering misses down and away. Contreras, the base runner at first with 1 out. This one smacked out to left center. Racing makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman at the plate. Two-one pitch is in there, and the count is even. Popped up left side. Birdie under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. One for the Cardinals on the solo home run. And it's now a 2-1 ball game.
Siempre agradecido, no por lo que yo tengo, por lo que yo he vivido y cómo me mantengo. La salud mental es lo primordial y el que te diga lo contrario para mí está mal y no es por criticar, esa no es la intención.
Welcome back, and now here's the speed threat outfielder Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Left-hand batter waits.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one missed. And he hits a ground ball right side. Now the throw to first on the run. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jorge.
Now here's the Marlins DH, Jorge Soler. Struck out swinging his first time. The 1-1. And that misses off the outside edge. That one ripped. That ball's carrying. Out of here. Jorge Soler goes deep. And this game is tied. It's 2-2.
This level, you got to be good. Sometimes you got to be a little lucky. That was a pretty nasty pitch, sinker on the outside corner, but he did a great job of covering it, and he hit the ball out of the park.
Luis Ariz stands in. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Two consecutive base hits for these guys here. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Runner on at first with one gone. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Garrett Cooper. Doubled in his first AB. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. Ariz stands at first with one out. In the dirt, but kept close. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Rolled over to third. Over to Goldie. 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder,
Avisail Garcia, the next up for the Marlins. Went down on strikes his first time through. Swing and a miss. 1-2. And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Oh, man, 1 strike away from getting out of this inning, and he missed just badly. Not sure what went wrong with his delivery, but something was clearly off.
And now the lefty. There's a strike. And that's downstairs and outside. First and second, 2 down. Got it by him for the K.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Set for the bottom of the third. Now the number 2 hitter, Brendan Donovan. And a 1-1. And that one wrapped foul. The Y to kick the pitch. Swings and misses. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Guys become defensive, and all of a sudden, for the hitter, that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. The pitch. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
So, with the purpose, there is a reason. And then if I retreat, then I'm worth is pulling the trees. And man,
The next pitch misses, and a count 2-1.
1 strike.
And that's in there at the knees.
2-2 count.
2-2 down. Good eye right there. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. And down in order go the Cardinals. Score remains 2-2. Jordan Montgomery into the game.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
John Birdie at the plate. The 3-1. Popped up. Donovan on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Now the left fielder, Brian De La Cruz. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. And it is 2-1. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Dakota Hudson, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Romero, the power lefty, up as well. And he deals. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's to third, and it kicks off the bag. And it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The catcher, Jacob Stallings.
One gone, runner at first. At the plate, Jacob Stallings. He's 0 for 1. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
The 1-2. In the dirt. The tag, and he's out at second.
Kind of a tough read for the base runner right there. You're usually trying to be aggressive on balls in the dirt, trying to get into scoring position. But if it doesn't get away very far, or you can't tell how far it is, most catchers are going to get to it and throw you out at the base. And right there, excellent job by the catcher. He helps out his pitcher big time.
Kicks and fires. Goes down looking. On to the bottom of the fourth. This game's tied 2-2. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Sandy Alcantara.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Now, Dylan Carlson. He was a strikeout victim his first time. 1-2 now. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Sixto Sanchez is loosening up. This would be his first appearance for the club. Meyer getting cranked up as well. Righty delivers. And that's down and away. On the ground, Cooper. And foul ball. The wind and the pitch. Struck him out looking.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Tyler.
Next is the designated hitter, Tyler O'Neill. Here's a 1-1. And another ball. Off the mark there. Ball 3. And that's ball 4.
Take your base. The catcher, number 40.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. 1 for 1 with a single so far. O'Neill leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Alcantara over to first. O'Neill back in standing. Righty to the plate. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw safe.
Right fielder,
that was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
And now here is Lars Nootbaar. Out at third, and that ends the inning.
When you get thrown out at third with 2 outs, you kind of want to keep on running. Not a great decision there as it ends the inning.
New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, Dakota Hudson.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
The center fielder, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
The pitch.
Ball 2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
On the ground, and that's just foul. Here comes a pitch. Got him. And that's the first out.
Committed to that breaking ball just a little too much and couldn't pull the bat back in time. You know, once you get it going, it can be so tough to stop the momentum of that barrel. Good pitch, had him fooled.
That's strike two.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Line drive to short and caught.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Luis Arias, the next to hit. The 1-1. To the right side. Donovan collects. Gets it to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Marlins. And this game is still tied at 2-2. They hand the ball over to a new arm. Sixto Sanchez.
So at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Out there to center. Chisholm makes the catch, and there's one down.
now batting, left fielder,
Juan Yepes digs in now. Here's a 1-1. They say you win.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting.
So the batting order turns over. Digging in, Tommy Edman. Ball on a strike. That clips the corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. They turn things over to the southpaw, JoJo Romero. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. Now it's going to be Garrett Cooper. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first. And a pitch. And a good eye there. Just missed.
That's where you want it. It's a good
3
miss.
balls, 1 strike.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Leading off for Miami, the right fielder.
Avisail Garcia, the next up for the Marlins. Next offering is in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Genesis Cabrera, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Stratton, the right-hander, also getting loose. And a pitch. In the dirt, and the runner holds. Cooper aboard here at first with nobody out. Next pitch is outside.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
On the ground to third, might be 2. Arenado over to second, on to Goldschmidt. That's 2.
Third baseman.
Jean Segura at the plate here, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Next pitch misses outside, and it's 2-1. Two down, nobody on. That one missing inside. Payoff pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two outs. Line to left, and it goes just foul. And here it comes. And he walked him.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Runner at first with 2 away. And stepping in is the speedy John Birdie. Step off throw to first. Segura dives back in. And now 2-2. Out to short. Edman gloves it. They take the force out, and that is that. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. 2-3-4, 2 up in the home half of the 6th. We are tied 2-2. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Max Meyer.
Number 23, Max Meyer.
And welcome back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Brendan Donovan. And the right-hander deals. And now 1-2. Down and in, moved his feet. Got him swinging.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Next one misses, and the count is 3-1.
Almost got him to commit, but he held back.
The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for guys to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Lined into left center, base hit. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second, in safely with a double, his second of the day.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Looks like they want to set up the double play. Intentional walk will make it first and second with 1 gone. How big a deal is that walk?
I don't think it's a big deal, because if you pitch to the previous hitter with the power he has, he can hit a home run. I think it was a calculated walk. We'll see how it pays off here.
The next offering misses. And now 3-1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Goldie, the lead runner, out at second. Arenado at first. One gone. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So now the DH spot, Tyler O'Neill. He's already homered in this game. Next pitch off the plate. Full count now.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
On the ground, out to short. Base hit into the outfield. In to score is the runner from third. It's 3-2.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Wilson Contreras next up for the Cardinals. At the belt and fires.
Nope. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And it's caught for the out.
And he looked a little tentative on that swing, almost like he didn't get pitch recognition and tried to slow his bat down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play. Have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Chris Stratton.
These are the spots where relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now for the Marlins, Brian De La Cruz.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
That one found hard the other way. Line drive, and out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, catcher, Jacob Stallings.
Jacob Stallings getting ready to hit. Next pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. And there's a ball. And that's ball 4.
Take your base. Up next.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Joey Wendell. He represents the go-ahead run. And there he goes. Cut on and miss.
You're out.
Tag out. A rocket of a throw from Wilson Contreras.
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit-and-run call from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow, because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
Left-hand hitter waits. And it's filled up.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Newt Barr on the move. He's got it, and that is that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th-inning stretch.
JT Shagwar comes on now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now into the game, Jesus Sanchez. He'll be patrolling center field.
Number 7, Jesus.
Now up for St. Louis, Juan Yepes.
Leading up for St. Louis, the left fielder, Juan Yepes.
The 1-2. That one ripped left field. That's back. And that one is out of here. So he leaves the yard to left, and they add to their lead. It's 4-2.
A sinker inside. It's a foul ball off the ankle for the batter, but that time he did a really nice job of staying inside the pitch and getting through.
Pinch hitter coming on, Nolan Gorman.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Cardinals, number 16, Gorman.
And a pitch. There's a swing and a drive. Garcia going back some more. Gone. He made him pay for that one, and they add to the lead. It's 5-2.
Tough to come in as a pinch hitter and have success. I mean, you really have to keep yourself locked into the game and ready at any time. So it's always impressive to me when someone jumps in there and hits it out. It's a huge lift for your ball club as well.
Oliver Marmol calling for a pinch hitter here. Alec Burleson. The 1-1. And that one missing low. Pitch misses. 3-1. Bullpen activity starting up now. A.J. Puck, the left-hander, up and throwing. And there's ball 4.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boo.
Tommy Nance taking over on the mound.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Number 51, Tommy Nance.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Andrew Kisner. A runner at first for him, nobody out. And the righty deals. Good eye right there.
2-1.
Nobody out, runner at first. That one in for a strike, 2-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Really nice sequence with a quick strikeout right there. A couple of breaking balls to get ahead 0-2. Then pump the hard stuff by him for strike 3. And I like that he didn't mess around. Sometimes guys, they like to get too cute. They waste a pitch here or there and then find themselves back into a hitter's count. But right there, he had him right where he wanted him and pitched him aggressively to get the strikeout.
So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals. Ivan Herrera, runner on first with one down for him. And the pitch. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Burleson at first, one gone. Swing and a bouncer. Segura goes to second. Safe there.
No, he's in there.
The center fielder, number 3, Gillis.
So now a pinch hitter, Paul DeYoung. Runners at first and second for him with one down.
Paul DeYoung. This change for the Marlins. Now playing center field, number 11.
The 1-1.
DeYoung.
That one at the knees for a strike. One out. Runners at first and second. The next pitch misses, and the count is 2-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
And now it's filled up. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game, they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Moises Gomez. One out, the base is loaded. Big spot for him. Right-handed reliever. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Kicks and deals. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location. But he found a way to just get it by him.
Wilson Contreras next up for the Cardinals, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. And a 3-2. Ball 4. He's walked in a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. And the 3-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. One run across. Here's the throw to the plate. He beats it safe. It's 8-2. New pitcher for the Marlins, Steven Okert.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. It seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Juan Yepez next up for the Cardinals. He's already homered here in this one. 2 on, 2 outs.
Nope, outside.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Next offering is down low. Contreras, the lead runner at second. Nootbaar on at first with 2 down. And now a full count. Is there a little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
Next offering is fouled back. And now the lefty fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Right through there, got him. And that is that. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. And this is now an 8-2 ball game. Staying in the game on defense, Nolan Gorman. He pinch hit last half inning, but now he's in a position he's not familiar with at all. Seems like a questionable move here. Also entering the game, Andrew Kisner. And man, they're asking a lot of him to play completely out of position. Also into the ball game, Ivan Herrera. He's the new third baseman. Also entering the game, Paul DeYoung. He'll be patrolling center field. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Genesis Cabrera.
Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 92, Genesis Cabrera.
Now into the ball game on defense, Jose Fermin. He'll play second. Back now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off, Yuli Gurriel. The 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. That one just misses. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Packing Naughton, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. The pitch. Well struck left field. Back there. Turning, looking, and that one is gone. Yuli Gurriel bops one out of here. And they close the gap. It's 8-3.
Pitch was intended to stay inside, but it leaked out over the middle of the plate. Hitter waited on it, and he connected just perfectly.
Pinch hitter coming on, Jordan Groshans. Next offering is in for a strike.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Marlins making a move for a pinch hitter. Ferrar Encarnacion.
Number 64. Encarnacion.
The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And now the count filled up 3-2.
Just not taking the bait right there, but a good pitch with 2 strikes.
Line drive, base hit.
Now batting.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Marlins making a move for a pinch hitter. Jacob Amaya. Runner on first and one down for him. The 1-1. Slapped foul. pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Kicks and fires. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Man at first, and at the plate for Miami, Gene Segura. Swing and a miss. And that is strike two.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Hit hard. That gets through. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And up next for Miami, John Birdie. Swings through it for the K. Had him out front for strike 3. 1 for the Marlins on the solo shot. It's now 8-3. So remaining in the game defensively, Herrera and Encarnacion. He pitch hit last half and now takes over at first. Also into the ball game, Xavier Edwards. He'll play second.
Encarnacion.
Also entering the game, Brian Miller. He takes over in right. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Here's Nolan Gorman. Homer to lead off the ball game.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. He's got it, and there's 1 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
So digging in, Jose Fermin taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. The pitch. And downstairs. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a full scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Fermin, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. On the ground to short, and it gets by him. They get it in quickly, so first and second now 1 out.
The third baseman, number 48.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. And a swing and a miss. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Two on, 1 out. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Stays alive. Swings and misses, struck him out.
The center fielder.
Now it's
number
Paul
11.
DeYoung up to the plate. A walk and a run scored his first time.
Look, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Next offering is fouled back. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 2 outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Helsley.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while. Coming on here after 5 days rest, so he should be rested. But we'll see if he has any rust to shake off.
Brian De La Cruz now at the plate.
De La Cruz.
Righty delivers. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swings and misses, and now just 2 outs away.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
And now for the Marlins, Jacob Stallings. Popped up first base side. Fermin sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here. Three-two now.
3-2.
Left-hand batter waits. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. And he deals. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Three-two.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that ball.
Marlins making a move for a pinch hitter. Nick Fortes, a runner on first with 2 gone for him. And here it comes. He swings and fouls one off.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Righty to the plate. Out to center. DeYoung drifts towards it. And that'll do it.
Winning never gets old, but it's also important to come out and play with some level of a fear of failure. That's what brings out the best, knowing that if I don't bring it today, we could lose. And nobody likes to lose, especially when you work this hard to play at this level. Nice win today.
8-3 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base.